here we go. As you can see, I got my Grammlicht stick with me. I got this Hubertus hat and woolly jumper, which they called the Lopu, like Loden pullover. And it's a spring morning. As you can see, if I take a break on my back, I got my pack. I don't know if you can see that very well. In the background, it's just the local city park. Just give you a quick spin around. Hope there are not too many people around walking their dogs, crapping on the ground everywhere. Yeah, let's find a nice spot where I can unpack my pack and explain you a bit about the Hubertus Loden equipment. I just wanted to show you some of the Sunday morning impressions. I got my pack on the back and well, some people in the background having a bit of mess. I don't know. Let's see the dog people there. We found someone sitting on a line on the ground. I think he's pissed. Must have been pissed. Anyway, that's what you can see on Sunday morning. Yes, getting down the stairs, and I know there's a little spot where we can find this. A few impressions. Look, the kitties, they doing little bridges from woods down there. Let's try and get closer to that one. See, some wooden sticks. Kitties, they tend to play around on water, which is nice. I've done it myself. Actually, find out about my first outdoor experience that way. I think it's really nice. So this is a local stream, actually coming from a mill or across a mill, and that's what it's all about. That's the settings I'm on about. Yeah, and somewhere there in the background on the grass there's a nice spot, quiet spot, where I can put the camera up and let you know what's in my pack on the back. That's the local Watermill. Let's zoom around a bit to the wheel so you can see the wheel. It's actually working, and yeah, there's a little bridge in front of it, and that's the old mill doing wheat. They used it during the war, still during the war, but there was some shortage on food supply. So see, it's a working mill, and you get the water dripping out there. That's all I got. Don't get any closer to it. Well, I can zoom it out a bit so you can have it working, and then all the way down there into the depths, and that's where the water ends up in. So yeah, it's just still working unit. Yeah, they do some, well, they used to do milling there, but for now, that's it. So just walking the bridge. It's not packed, so you can have a look what it looks like in the back. kilo. Right, so yes, right on the back, just always, so it's very easy to handle. And it's sitting right on my back, very tight and stiff, doesn't move around the board. This is steering strap in the front. Alright guys, I can see this guy on the back, in the background, walking along. The one with the dog women. Actually he made a bug out of it. He pretended to be helpless, and this stupid woman, they just probably gave him a few quid, which he spent another on some hard spirit. Monday morning, yes, after church, people tend to go into the pub, but this guy obviously does it just before it, anytime. So he made a good, it was his trick, pretending being helpless, but he didn't say anything, and this stupid women with the dogs and all that. Anyway, they haven't got anything else to do, then never mind. Don't want to get too much into that. Right, I got a spot on mind, but I maybe I don't know, wanted to put it out there on a tree, but I may just, ground is still wet from the night. Butcher's a mill in the background. Where is it? It's over there. Let's see if we can settle down here. It looks alright. But in the flowers, see, it's almost Easter. Easter weekend. We get all the flowers coming up. My grumbly stick, which I could put up like as a tripod, but well, put it down here and put my load down. As you can see, I've got the steering strap up here. Yeah, it's packed down, and that's a pack. Right. Because it's all wet here on the ground, I don't want to get my trousers messed up. So what I do, see, this is very as you can see, the Hubertus Loden, they do all this woolen stuff, and this is, well, I told you before, I made this myself, this pack. Basically it's based on an original Hubertus rucksack, hunting rucksack, which they manufacture very nicely and absolutely perfect, basically. But for my outdoor needs and hiking and bushcraft stuff, I wanted something more suitable for my own needs. So that's why I asked them to send me some materials of the heavy weight stuff, the heaviest they do. What's it called? It's a premium Loden. It's about 500 something, 530 gram per square meter or something like that. Yeah. So it's fairly tight. Well, it's really tight. It's a felted woolen cloth. So yeah, I bought a rucksack of them, a hunting rucksack. That was a sort of 35-liter pack, which was fine, but I found out by using it that I wanted something more different. Yeah, not much different, but so it suits me. So I altered this one, but the basic design is like the Loden, the Hubertus Loden rucksacks, right? I had some spare felt of them, which they actually do with all their rucksacks. So it's a 13mm pad, yeah. So that comes in very handy now while I'm here on the ground. Well, I'm going to sit on, yeah, so my bum doesn't get too bad, right? I can make myself comfortable. Okay, so just a bit about the pack. They got these leather straps. They are the straps from the premium deluxe rucksack. What is it, deluxe? Maximus. It's the Maximus rucksack, right? They got wider leather straps. I actually bought the deluxe rucksack in the first place, which got slightly narrower straps, but which is fine. But for my load, because I know I'm gonna use this pack with a permanent higher load than average, not just for day pack, but as such, yeah. So they supplied me with some leather straps. I got this. I'll show you this in a different video. Got this some loop. Yeah, it's very heavy leather. So anyway, they got this compartment on the back where they slip in this seat pad I'm sitting on now. Got a nice handle strap. Yeah. So basically the design is like the Hubertus Loden rucksack, right? The only difference is I made the top lid a bit wider. I left some bits off. For instance, I didn't put a zip in. Usually they got the zip so you can actually hand into the pack from the side, which I left out because I don't need it. But the basic design, by using just cord for closing it, they're doing this toggles. Okay, but they do wooden toggles, and I made my own ones out of leather, rolled up leather, like the classic duffel bag. What is it? Duffel toggles. Yeah. Okay, let's get into it. So obviously I haven't put a zip in here. It's just a button compartment. So smaller bits. I'm gonna get access easy. I'm gonna start with the front, okay? Because usually, originally with the Hubertus rucksack, it's just a straight line opening, you know, where they actually attach this one. So I extended this one to have a bit an overlap, so I wouldn't lose stuff too much, and I can get my gear more easy. Well, not easy, it's actually more difficult than original, but it got a bit more support on both of them. So this is one major alteration I did, and yeah. Woolly stuff, I don't know. I mean, I got a lav mic up here right now, yeah, because I don't know how the wind is coming up. Right, just put some stuff out. It's about organizing the pack, right? Just a quick, obviously gloves. You want gloves handy. Yeah, you want a knife handy. Yeah, told you about that one. Cordage. Yes, I got some wipes, always handy. Another few in there. Yeah. Okay, so it's the alcohol bottle, you know, the Trangia squatty bottle. Yeah, it's easy to reach. Okay, on the other side, I got in there just small bits, like, I don't know, just small bits. I got a ground sheet, classic ground sheet made out of an Hennessy hammock tarp. I actually cut a Hennessy hammock tarp down because it's lightweight and it's the right color to me, brown, and just using it basically for a larger area to actually already you can hear the difference of plastic and the woolly stuff I'm handling. Yeah? So I put this all in here and make a better view of it. Right. Small bits. Yeah. Okay. Now we're coming right to the packing bags. You know, the little packing bags. As you can see, I just pull them out and I got the small bits ready where I need it. And because I know what's in there or can feel it very easily without making any noise, I know instantly what's in there. Well, there's a headlamp in there, there's some magnifying glass in there and some string. So you see, and while handling this out of a pack in nature, you still remain silent. Right? Just get some of the no, there's nothing in there. The small bits, it's cord and whoopee slings and this sort of stuff in there. So this is in the front. I got my stuff I'm using on a fast way without having the need of digging into the pack very deeply. Okay, let's put this on the side. Right, yes, get you there. Right, it's just some paperwork in it and strings and stuff in the top lid. Yeah. Another little alteration I did on the pack. Basically, design is the same. A toggle instead of a wooden toggle. I got the leather toggle and use the same sort of string. Actually, it's exactly the same what they are using for their rucksack, but instead of punching eyelets, brass eyelets in here, I went through quite a work stitching in little leather patches. I get close shot on it later on because before I move the camera around it takes ages. So basically the same design. Instead of make leather eyelets the classic way, both sides leather, punch the hole in it, feed the string in it. My cup, yes, cup. The water, very important. Kettle, we had that in the previous video, so as you can see it's already adding up with little bags. Okay. Now this one is another Hubertus It's a classic. It's a classic and it's worth doing a separate video about it because it's what's it called, a Kotze or a Wetterfleck. That's the German names for it. It's basically a large blanket with a slit in the front. Well, it's an oval. If you put it sort of flat on the ground, it's oval. It's oval and I got a slit on the front with some buttons, and so it's basically what is it? A cloak. A cloak, actually the hoodie matching to it. So I'm making a separate one on that one because it's worth mentioning it. Water bottle. There's someone turning up, walking the dog. Okay. While you're in nature, you probably want to carry some sort of glasses. Oh, that's a doggy coming along. Huh? Morning. Yeah, you got to have some glasses. This is the hunting. Put that on. Actually.
Benny, come on here.
Let's see. Maybe you see the doggy walking around there, making a wee. Loden strap. So this is exciting because I bought this bag of Hubertus. It's their invention for having a binocular bag, easy to use, silent binocular bag. You just drop it in there for safety. It's not meant to be like that. Right, you just drop it in. You can carry that around in front of you. Yeah? And when you see some deer or wild boar in the woods, I want to see what they were. Yeah, you got your bino, right? Resting it on there and put it away. Sitting here. You may wonder why I'm carrying a binocular, but well, I thought if you're out in nature for quite a while, it's nice to watch around in the surrounding. Now, I told you about my little day pack. They call it Rucksack. Not sack, sack, rucksack. So it's a little day pack, sports bag. Yeah, it's quite handy little bag for gathering or stuff you find and which doesn't fit in the bag or in your rucksack, right? Or you just want handing it out on a quick in a quick way. Right. Some cotton, yeah, the scarf. It's just using it. I mean, the British say no, it's British issued scarf. We've got this shemak, yeah, it's a shemak. So you can use it for gathering stuff, small bits, and as a towel, yeah. If you got wet, or just, it's very handy and they're bloody cheap. So just carry one of them. Yes. What we got? Another bag. Yeah, this is the filter kit. See, already in this woolly bags, all good organized, and I know instantly what's in there. My food bag going on top because it's heavy. Yeah, in here it's the largest bag they got. Obviously, food is stored in plastic bags. Yeah, but in there. But to help organize my kit, I put it in one of these bags because it's the same size than my bag I'm using for clothing. Right? There's a jumper in there when it gets cold, on socks, underwear. You don't need a lot really. Outdoors, just a spare set and wash one over the other if needed. And yeah. My cooking pot, yeah, just the black one. It's wool as well, not as high quality than the other stuff. I bought that somewhere else, I don't know, and made that up. So this is my cooking kit. Put this here. And a sleeping bag, right? Same size than the food bag and the clothing. Yeah, you may wonder how the hell do you sleep? Not just on the sleeping bag on the ground and on a little sheety bit. Yeah, I carry a hammock. A hammock, it's a DD super lightweight, ultra lightweight hammock. With the mozzie net and the whoopee sling. Probably, so it's basically hand size, is it? Look, like that. This is my sleeping option. Sleeping bag, a hammock, but it's not quite all. Yeah, I carry that one. This is a DIY made, actually I made myself, a tarp, a 3 by 3 meter cotton tarp. Yeah, you say, well, I got this super lightweight nylon DD hammock, and I got the proper tarp with it as well. It's tiny, yeah. It's a kit I used quite a few times up in Scandinavia on the hike, but you can't make a fire under it because you know it's just burning holes into the plastic. So I went to get some super lightweight canvas. and made this myself. I had this material from Chum. Chum is a German cottage company that do this Chum tents, the Lavu tents. They're homemade and they make a living out of it. And I bought a tent of them as well before I had this material. And they do it in two qualities. In the heavy one I got the heavy weight Chum tent, and they do it in the super lightweight material as well, the same brown color. And so I asked them to send me some material, and I made two tarps, one for my mate Andy and one for myself, right? So yes, one thing I may not show you right here in public, people carrying an axe. If you're out in the woods, you need to chop wood and stuff and twigs and whatever, mainly, or clear the ground from stuff, but mainly for firewood. And I use this as a chopping device. I may just as well get into it. It's an original Nepalese cookery. Yeah. I'll put that in here. Right. This is my cookery, yeah? Instead of carrying an axe. So I got my little Bushcraft knife, right? And I got the cookery. The same leather, and it's made the same way than the, you can see that, the same Scandinavian style sheet. Yeah, it's quite a hefty blade, but it's very useful for chopping, and it's yeah, laying in your hand quite nicely, and it fits neatly in my pack without having a bulk of an axe with me, which actually weighs more than this one. Okay, so that's why I'm carrying that. Just to give you an idea. Okay. So now, see, the pack is empty, absolutely empty. Maybe a few bits in the front, but in the top, strings and stuff. But as you can see, it's just like the other pack I showed you in the other video, where I was talking about the Hubertus Loden. Yes, it's a small pack. It's just nothing. Yeah? So this is my rucksack, and as you can see, there isn't any rigid way of make it rigid. So basically, it's a big sack, right? But because, and that's what I wanted to talk about, is about making use of your kit to get your pack comfortable instead of just dumping everything into it. Right? I worked out a way of making it useful. Instead for instance, it's a tarp, yeah, which gives me a stiffer back option on the bottom. So this one goes in first. Right? The lightweight, yes, the lightweight goes. I have to explain how that works. So the pack is packed in a certain way. I put the lightweight stuff in the bottom. On top, the medium weight, which is the clothing and stuff, and the really heavy stuff, like food, and on top. Right, this enables you, so as you can see, the 3 stages, and then on the side I got all these other bags built up, yeah, up to the top. So that way it fits perfectly in the pack. It's well organized. I know where stuff is, and the way I'm using it, I can get it out when I need it. So put in the sleeping bag in the middle, yeah. Clothing on top, just centered. Okay. Cooking pot on the side. Down there. Got a bit of weight. Then we got the hammock down there. The water up here. Cookery on the side. This stuff's in there nicely. Yeah. Okay. There we go. I'll have to. Yes, there's some strings. No, that's differently, don't I? Where is it? Oh yeah. This goes on top of the cooking stuff. Food right on top. Flat. Shemek. Why not? Let's find the small bits. What was that? Oh, that was on the top front. Okay. This goes there. Water. Right. This is, yeah, I'm gonna go into this Wetterfleck in a separate video. I'm just, well, I may have to mention it. I was thinking about taking a blanket, because the blanket is a very useful item to carry, but usually they are bulky and they are only, well, I can only use it for one purpose, like wrapping yourself up in and or put it on the ground, and that's it. But with the Wetterfleck, because it's a sort of blanket, or can be used as a blanket, yeah, even if you get a chilly night, you just lay it flat above you. You can use it as a coat, as a cloak, even as a weather protection, like, because it's semi waterproof. You can use it in light rain or damp conditions. Just sling it over so you are a bit covered, or if it's windy, you can use it as a windbreaker as well. So that's why I bought that. And Hubertus Loden does a great deal on this stuff. They got several different sizes and colors and models they can choose from, and I highly recommend you having a good look at their webpage. It's well worth it. And yeah, I get into that one a bit later. I bought the one in grey because I got the Lopu, the Loden pullover, yeah, the anorak style, like this. It's the same material than this one. And I got the hoodie, yeah, the hoodie bit on it. So this is the same hood that actually is available for the Wetterfleck, so I can interchange that. I don't have to carry two hoods. I got one here which I can put on that one if needed, right? And yeah, a bit about the Lopu. It's not lined, it's just a simple, I only got a t-shirt underneath and it's getting warm already. Got a top, a large top pocket, got the side pockets, yeah, you could put other stuff inside. Basically, yeah, it's a hoodie, like an anorak type, made of this Loden. It's a super Loden. It's the lighter version of the heavy premium Loden, right? But it's the same. It's just lighter in material weight. So this goes. It's a bit bulky, I know, but if I pack with some more stuff, I can actually roll it up, put it on like the old style scout method. Right, so we're almost done. Yes, water goes up here, goes up there. Kettle goes here. Well, unfortunately, while I was outside in the local park and shooting the video for the packing, unpacking and rucksack stuff, the battery ran out. I actually had a spare one, put it in and start to record, but it doesn't work. So the last few minutes actually are lost, and to make up for it, I'll just make a quick one because in the last few minutes, I came back to the Hubertus company, Hubertus Loden, to do a little recommendation on it. Have a look on their webpage. It's well worth looking at the stuff if you are into this natural materials for walking, hiking, traveling, because it's not only hunting, it's outdoor related in general. So it's very useful stuff. Just a quick extension. They do, for example, extraordinary good gloves, winter gloves, and obviously because they are hunting related, you get this little slot here, so you actually can get your hands out of the mittens, yeah, like that, and get them in again, and it's nicely cozy, warm, and they're actually double layered. They got inside, they got a little, well, it's what they call it, a pelt. It's very soft, and they're very good winter gloves. They do them in different sizes, gives them your hand size, and you get proper mittens. Yes. A part of the boot soles, yeah. You get gaiters. They're very useful if you're walking in snow, even in the wet. So gaiters for your legs, yeah, to protect your trousers from getting wet. Especially in snow and wet weather, they are actually quite useful. Adding up as a second or quick seat pad, yeah. Just pull them out and you got a little seat pad. Well worth looking into this. As I did show you, several bags. They do a lot of different bags, sizes, and you find them and make use of it. And yeah, you got your kit securely rubbed away in the pack. As you've seen in the pack, while I was piling the stuff up, everything is in place in the bags, and handling makes it silent. And even if you got it on the back, you know, shifting around, it doesn't make a clonking noise or rustling noise. You're well set up with it, and it's not really that much heavier than what you expect with the usually outdoor plastic bags. Yeah, that's it. So because the battery ran out in the field, this is the rest of it. Have a look at the Hubertus Loden webpage. It's well worth looking at it. I do a little bit about this promotion, as you can see, but I'm very convinced in their materials and their products. So that's why I wanted to share it with you. Bye.